So if you are someone who's gone out of their way to help people whom you felt were in dire need of it, but have been double crossed by them, then this video is definitely for you. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's been a while since I made any video, and today I'm going to be starting a mental health series wherein I'm going to discuss many aspects of mental health, how easily they are ignored or dismissed, and what we can do to understand it better and to keep ourselves mentally healthy. Today's video is going to be about empathy. Empathy is the ability to imagine yourself in somebody else's shoes where that somebody else is going through something tough. Now, if we were to consider whether empathy is a good thing or a bad thing, so it's a little bit of both. Being able to empathize with someone in itself is something which can only come to you if you are a person who is in touch with their emotions and has emotional depth. If as a child you're not allowed to feel all the emotions, or if you were punished for expressing certain emotions, then you tend to suppress them in later life and not express them for fear of angering or displeasing people around you. In such situations, when you are struggling to express your own emotions, you may also come across as cold and indifferent towards the emotions of somebody else who is expressing them to you. People on the other end of the spectrum who've always been feeling too much, feeling all the emotions deeply, who have felt intense sadness, intense elation or happiness, intense anger, intense grief. Such people can very easily relate to similar emotions of people around them. Since I've been a very sensitive and emotional person, I'm also highly empathetic towards other people. And this has, more often than not worked out in my favor. It has also made situations and circumstances unpleasant for me at various points in life. When you're an intensely empathetic person, you may feel too much for someone who's going through a situation that you have gone through. For example, if you've had a very hard time grieving and you see another person who's recently lost someone, your heart may go out to them, and you may also try to be there for them in every way possible, because you might feel that you just know what are the right things to say, what is inappropriate at this point of time, and what are the exact words that can offer comfort, what are the exact actions that can make life a little comfortable for them. Empathy can give you a sense of altruism. It can make you feel superior to other people. It can give you a sense of accomplishment, that you can genuinely offer help to people in matters that other people may not even understand. There is also a strange sense of comfort in being able to feel the entire spectrum of emotion regarding a topic. It can also make you deeply grateful towards the good things in life. While extending empathy to another person, it can get very challenging, because unfortunately, we are not living in a very nice and generous world. There are all kinds of vindictive and manipulative people out there to get you, who are specifically going to target people who are soft hearted and who empathize a lot. Empathetic people have a great deal of difficulty in setting boundaries to protect themselves. When they are extending their empathy without any boundaries, there is a high chance of feeling burnt out, drained, or exhausted. So, what is the first step that you can take? You have to try and know yourself better. You need to figure out why you are getting involved in somebody else's problems. You need to be clear in your own head about the reason. Is it because you want to genuinely help the person? Is it because you feel a deep sense of friendship or responsibility towards the person? Why and where has this sense of responsibility come? What has made you feel that you are duty bound to keep listening to this person over and over again? At what point does it start to make you feel drained? What are those emotions of the other person which you start carrying with you and which start weighing you down? Some of the possible answers could be that you've yourself gone through something very similar, and somewhere you're assuming that the other person is in a similar situation and maybe going through exactly what you went through. Your helpful and empathetic nature is kind of forcing you to engage with them and help them out, probably without even their asking. Everything would have been cool if you were able to manage this and walk away with it without any sort of burden or any sort of residual stress for the rest of the day. But that isn't happening. And since you've not drawn a boundary, it is probably happening again and again, and you have become trapped between your will to help someone out and your own mind burdened with their problems. You have to learn to help yourself first. This will bring in a lot of guilt because that would mean fighting against your core beliefs. If this empathy is exhausting you, then you need to start saying no. You also have to identify whether you are being taken advantage of. Like I said before, people who are manipulative and be clever, they can easily spot out soft hearted people like you. They may sometimes overplay things, try to create a fake urgency, get you to do their work, defend them. Once you're able to see through their patterns, it's then that setting a boundary becomes easy. Make yourself realize that the other person and their emotions are not your responsibility. This is something which I strictly mean only for people who are draining you and for people who are fake or manipulative. Nowhere am I implying that you need to set boundaries in all your friendships and all your relationships. There are definitely going to be genuine people in your life, which include your family, which include your close friends, your own inner circle. What more can you do? You have to start reframing the way you set these boundaries. Boundaries cannot be harsh and they should not be set in emergency settings. Try and be very clear when you're communicating. For example, if somebody is very used to sharing a lot of family drama with you, and that is something which is exhausting for you, and it's somewhat peppered with stuff for which you tend to emote and empathize. What you can do is you can clearly tell them that this gets too much for me. I don't think that I have the capacity to hold all these emotions at the moment, and I'm busy with something. I need to focus there. The other person's reaction will also tell you a lot about their real nature. How are they responding to this boundary setting? The other person may try to violate the boundaries, may try to make you feel guilty about it. Always remember that your priority should be you and your mental health. Only then can you care for people around you. Empathy is nothing short of a boon, provided you're only extending it to people who genuinely deserve it. Empathy should not be curtailed for people who are your safe space, like your spouse, like your family members. While trying to protect yourself from manipulators, always remember in that entire sea of vindictive people, there are some actually good souls who do need you and your guidance and your empathy and can benefit a lot from the validation and help that you can offer to them. I hope that you've gained something from this video. Thanks for watching. Do subscribe for more such videos in the future.